right, last quick video before I get it closed up. So this is what I was telling you guys. Made my cuts, sliced that open, beat that inside of there. Same thing on that side. Made my cuts, beat it in. I took that piece of metal that I took off of here, like I showed you guys, that initial piece that I cut off. I cut it into sections, ground it all down, welded them in there for extra plates, extra stiffness in the frame. So now my next process is, they sell these white pieces of paper. If you guys are on Facebook, Rob Taylor, real creative dude. He makes a lot of parts for Corvettes and does a lot of welding on different cars and stuff, man. Good guy. I used to use cardboard boxes, anything I could find around the shop. I cut up cardboard, and he showed me to use these right here. It's like poster paper, I guess it's called poster paper. I don't know. But anyway, they sell it. It's just a thin sheet of paper, but it's got some rigidity to it. And they sell these at the dollar store, like 2 for $1. Family Dollar, I think Dollar Tree had them for 3 for $1. But I just buy them. They got them in all different colors. Whatever color they got, it doesn't matter. It's a lot easier to cut with the scissors or a razor blade, and it's a lot easier to work with. Like when I put it, when I put my piece up inside of the frame, I can kind of, what I'll do is I'll put it in there the best I can, get it tucked up in there, and you press it. If you run your hand across it, and you press it, you see when I pull it back out, it leaves the indentation of where you pressed it at into the paper. So then that kind of gives you a little baseline to cut. Then once you get that initial piece cut out, then you can just trim it up as you see fit to get it to fit inside of in your frame. Because now when I cut my piece is going inside of here. Just like how the old piece slid inside, my new piece isn't gonna get just butted up like this. And the reason why you do that is because you can't get up in here on the top to weld coming down. You're not gonna be able to weld down because of this is right here. So there's no way for you to weld that seam coming down. So when you make your piece to come in here and it slides inside of here, now you're welding the face. So you're sandwiching the piece of metal in here and you're welding that gap. And you can back bevel this a little bit, then bevel your new piece. So it gives you a little valley in there, and you just turn that heat up and just let it eat. Fill that up, top and bottom, and then you can, come back through, clean your welds up, hit it with some undercoating, and that's that. But I just want to make that quick video and show you guys, man. I got a mess over here, but I'm about to get my pieces cut. I'm gonna make my templates out, like I said, out of that paper, and get it together, and then use the plasma, cut my pieces out, get them ground down, and this side will be done. I think I'm gonna get the other side cut out tonight, and then come back and finish it tomorrow. I did test fit the wheel on here, and the frame is good, but he's hitting up in here. You see I beat it a little bit with the hammer. I beat that back a little bit. I also jacked the rear end up for the, to accommodate the weight of the car. As the weight of the car sits down, your rear end swings up, but it swings back. So when your rear end drops, when you jack the car up by the frame, the rear end drops, but as it drops, it swings forward. So the rear end, when the car is up in the air on jack stands, the rear end's just hanging. It's gonna be further forward than it would be when the car is sitting down on it with its own weight. So as the rear end travels back up, it pushes to the back. So I gave it a little preload with the jack, just kind of pushed it up. Try to just, envision ride height. And I'm clearing the fenders and all of that. The frame is fine, but he was still rubbing in here. So I beat it a little bit with the hammer, and I don't want to jack the car up anymore because I got it on the jack stand. So I don't want it to slide off the jack stands or something. But once I get it all welded up, I'll put the wheel on there, get it bolted on, then set the car down and see how bad it is in here. Hopefully we can just heat this up with a torch, burn this undercoating off, heat it up with a torch and just beat it in a little bit. Just give us a little you know, when you heat it up and you're beating it with the hammer, you're basically stretching the metal. And you got to be careful because you don't want to heat it up too hot and blow a hole through it, or you don't want to heat it up too hot and when you're banging with the hammer that you actually, it'll tear the metal open. So you just got to get it to a nice temperature and beat that in, and it'll stretch the metal to a certain extent. You're not going to get a whole lot out of it, but you might get, you know, a 1/2 inch or so inside of there to give you enough room to clear. So it was just hitting right in here. So hopefully, you know, once that car is sitting down on its own weight, maybe just beat this in just a little bit and undercoat it, and it'll be good. But that's it. I'll make another video once I get the wheel bolted up and see what kind of clearance we got.